Hi, it's Jordan from Candy Fab. Today we're going to show you how to install our stainless snorkel on this N70 Hilux. First of all, we're going to mask up the guard to protect it. So we'll throw a bit of masking tape in the area here where we're going to put the template. Don't want to forget to mask up the A-pillar at the same time, so it saves scratches on there when we're actually fitting the snorkel. Okay, next step, we're going to pull the inner guard out, which involves a 10mm spanner, preferably ratchet, and a set of side cutters. When I pull the inner guard off, I always remove the flare because it has these little tabs under here that hold it on, and if they get bent back and forth too many times, they snap off, which is no good for the flare. So a couple of 10mm bolts, one down the bottom here, a couple up through here, and the clips off gently. Now, all these genuine clips, 99% of the time will break when you remove the flare, but don't worry, we supply all brand new genuine ones in our kit. When you're taking the inner guard out, there's these weird clips that are sort of a one-time use if you can't get to the back of them. So the ones along here, you will unfortunately break pulling these out. I usually just try and get behind them with some side cutters and pull the head off them like that and get them out. There is a couple of them that you can get out easily and save in the engine bay if you have the airbox out. They're just a little black square one here, and they just have a little tab on each corner there. Just get a set of pliers, give them a squeeze, and then just push them through like that. And they come out like that. You can reuse them. Any ones you are guaranteed to break, we're going to supply in the kit anyway, so don't stress about that. I'm just going to show you how to remove one of these clips. I like to just get a little flat head under there and just pry that up. And then you get some side cutters under it, and you can just roll the head off them like that, and then just pop the inner guard off them like that. And then obviously you just cut that and remove the rest of it, and you're laughing. There's a tube inside the inner guard that you have to remove. A 10mm bolt just in there that needs to come out, and then it just pivots down and you can pop it out of the hole. It's got two little plastic clips. And that comes out and goes in the bin. After your inner guard's out, we'll chuck the template on. Just got to make sure it lines up with the points here. So if I pull that back, got the top point there, that sits against that, lines up with this corner and flush with your door, as well as flush with the top of the guard along there, and then that will be in the correct spot. Just mark that out. Easy as that. Just double check everything's lined up fine, and then you can remove it and start cutting. Here comes the fun bit. I'm going to drill some holes first with the step drill. I like to go top and bottom sort of on the line, so you can just cut to it. Makes it nice and neat. If you are using the step drill, just make sure you don't go too deep and drill in the inner guard. Just be very careful of that. Grab our trusty tin snips and start cutting. I usually like to cut about 10mm or so in from the line, just so that you can cut the bulk of it out and then come back and finish it later and make it neat. when you're cutting the templates out too, just make sure you get the very OD of the line, because you want to cut the actual line out, otherwise it'll be too small and your snorkel will not fit. Just take your time with it and get it dead right. After you've cut it out, you want to file it up and deburr it, get it nice and smooth as if it's a factory hole. And once that's done, we need to paint the surface so it doesn't rust and to keep it nice for years to come. After you've painted the hole, let it dry, you take the masking tape off and chuck on your pinch weld. I like to put the joint in a spot where it won't be seen, such as like the back of the snorkel here. It's going to be underneath, so yeah, you won't see the joint. Now that you put your pinch weld on, we'll test fit the snorkel. It should go in nice and snugly, like that. You just gently follow it around and line it up on the A-pillar. Once you get the angles correct, it should be nice and straight with the inside of the A-pillar there, and nice and straight with the door on the side there. We can check and make sure that looks good, and then mark our holes on the A-pillar to drill the roof nuts. I'm going to drill our holes in the A-pillar. I start off with a 3mm drill bit because we have to work up to 9. So I go 3, 6 and then 9. Just take it nice and slow, nice and easy. No much weight on the drill, because if you have a drama here, you're in trouble. After we've drilled the holes out to 9mm, we want to deburr it and make them really nice. So you can use a larger drill bit like an 11 to do it, but just be very careful and very light. I use a countersunk bit, it just works really, really well. Just a quick little hit. So nice and smooth, and now we can paint them and then take the tape off. After you've drilled your holes and removed the tape, we're going to chuck our rib nuts in. So just be nice and gentle with it. Give it a little wiggle, and it should drop in. And then just a nice firm squeeze. Don't pull too hard, and don't over tension them. Cool. Once you have finished with your rib nuts, we'll chuck the snorkel back in like we did before, and put our 3 Allen key bolts in there. They're a 4mm Allen key. I like to use a socket, but you can use any normal Allen key that you like. Once you get your snorkel fitted and bolted on, you put the plumbing in the inner guard, which is just your 3-inch 90-degree silicone that's supplied in the kit. Tighten that up with the hose clamp. It comes through into the engine bay here like this. And then with your factory air box, you'll need to remove this foam seal that's on the end there and refit it back into there. You may or may not have to cut this silicone a little shorter to suit this. We will just supply it untampered with so that you can put it to your needs. Once you have finished putting your airbox back in, just double check all your hose clamps are nice and tight in the inner guard here, and you can chuck that one back in. These are the new inner guard clips that we'll supply, genuine Toyota. Yeah, pretty simple. You just push them into the square like that, and they're done. Just make sure you're very ready to put the inner guard in, because once they're in, you got to break them to get them out, and it's a huge drama. After the inner guard goes in, you chuck your flare back on. It'll come with 6 blue clips and 2 orange clips. The orange ones go in the square holes in the flare, blue ones go in the rectangle. Clip it on nice and gentle. Make sure that these little tabs are down so they can go on. Then it's just a matter of a couple of 10mm in here for the mud flap and flare, 3 along here and 1 underneath, and that's it, you're done. This is what it's supposed to look like when she's finished up. If you have any dramas at all during installation, don't hesitate to give us a call. We're more than happy to help. Thanks for watching.